One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Trojans offense will go to work first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them on tape. Fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down and brings up third down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on M10 if they can stop him on third down. Looking to throw, it's Crowder. And a big deflection on third down forces a fourth down. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. So Clemson's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense tonight.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, they're not going to do what happened last week. You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds his tight end. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Looking to throw on third. Got him downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Clemson is quick to the line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. The give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
Touchdown, Tiger. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one, but that touchdown, this guy looks like the real deal.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They think there's room to run to the right here. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quickly to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Looking downfield, it's Crowder. Spits it out to the back. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And the ball's on the ground. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that. Short of the first down marker. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole play.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Makes a catch, first down, and maybe a lot more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give on the inside. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Crowder. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Absolutely center cut. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Randall. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Look out, he's got room. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision.
There he goes! Kearney on the Jets. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And they can't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And he missed it. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Needs it to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Going deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Skips away from pressure. And with not much doing downfield. He found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on M10 if they can stop him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Scanning the field, it's Crowder. Completes it in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He wants to change this route. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Connor. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Back to throw, it's Crowder. Snagged in the middle, it's Higgins. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Troy.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. But they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're new.
He's loose. Hard running there. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one. The Tigers will hustle to the line. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. Think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. The AT unit on the field. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff from the gun. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
Another tough run for this offense. And I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off. But you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Dortch. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. And the Trojans have this offense rolling. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To throw, it's Crowder. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
On third down, he drops the throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the tight end. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Fakes to grab. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock.
Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Fair catch, called for and made. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocked.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, It's getting...
Touchdown, Clemson! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time for a pick on the first. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Crowder. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Bulldozes his way through. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Kansas State is big right now. Shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Manhattan for some time. They're up by 21 over Army.
Looking for a man. It's Ford.
That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. He'll do it himself. Finding open areas. Touchdown, Clemson! Once he got some room, it was over. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch. It's Thomas.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Nowhere close on that one as he got Will trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Ford. Caught over the middle. It's Lovett. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Quarterback may change this route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Into the end zone for a touchdown to ratchet up the pressure late in this game.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And that one is picked up in the end zone.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Don't think that one made it 10 yards before they got the eager paws on top of it, and the flags will fly.
Illegal touchdown.
They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.